and just want to welcome everyone officially to the 2011 Alumni Color Dinner. I'd like to take this time now to just ask everyone to take a moment and sort of reflect on your own college experience. Think back to what this college was like when you first stepped foot on campus. Think back on the first candlelit induction ceremony and when you gathered among your classmates, all new and fresh to Barnard, and heard the chorus of women singing the alma mater in welcome. What did that first introduction to college life mean to you? And what gifts did you take with you when you made it all the way to graduation? For me, my college experience was filled with a multitude of highs and a small sampling of lows. It was a place where I experienced a passion for education and was excited about getting to class, where I planned my schedules in advance and often looked for the classes that started after 10 a.m. because I was never a morning person. The place where I built relationships with some of the smartest women that I've ever had the opportunity to meet to this day, and one of whom became a bridesmaid at my wedding. Where I played dodgeball on the quad, first learned how to shoot a bow and arrow, and where I would count down the hours before the next midnight breakfast or college-wide barbecue, and had the chance to catch up with old classmates. Where I could sign up for clubs and participate in extracurricular activities, and where I rushed in between classes to Java City for a quick smoothie. It was where I experienced my first real heartache, as well as my first love.
It's a real gift to have this oasis of time, to think about the young women we were, the still maturing women we are, and the ever wiser women we are becoming. And I'm grateful for this opportunity to reflect on all the things, tangible and intangible, that mark us forever as Barnard women. I was actually an accidental Barnard woman, luckily. I was the first person in my family to graduate from high school. And so when I started applying to colleges in 1971, way back then, I hadn't ever heard of the Seven Sisters. I had certainly not heard of Barnard, even though I lived on 97th Street. My aunt and uncle, with whom I lived, viewed themselves as holding me in trust for my parents who were in Panama, where I was born. They were not educated people, but one thing they knew for sure was that I was not leaving New York City and that cozy little apartment to go to anybody's college anywhere. I still remember the day that my uncle sat me down and he said, "What is the name of that school on 116th Street? That's where you're going." I was a very obedient child. And luckily for me, he had exquisite powers of divination when he made that decision for me. And so I arrived on campus, obviously sheltered and very shy commuting student in 1972, 39 years ago, as part of that pioneering group of people of color going to college for the first time in not so insignificant numbers. It didn't take me long to begin to understand what it meant to be a Barnard woman and to know that I was becoming one. We were surrounded then, as we are now, in this moment, by a cloud of witnesses, of women who believed in the power and the potential of women. Women who knew their own minds, who were encouraged to listen for and march to their own drummers.
The director of financial aid and I have been walking through the halls singing, feeling hot, 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 because we are the hot college. This is certainly, yes, by the time I give you some numbers, you'll be singing too. We can have a conga line later. But we had just an amazing year. We had a record high number of applications, 5,153 applications, just over a 10% 100% increase over last year, which was a record year. We admitted 1,283 amazing women, 24% admit rate, and enrolled, hold your seats, 630 students. Barnard classes are usually like 560, 570. Oh, blow by that, get to 630. We are looking forward to having 630 amazing women living in the quad. Not sure how we're going to do that, but we'll fit them in. We may be moving back to a residential and commuter designation, but we'll worry about that later. So 630 students, and because tonight is an opportunity for us to celebrate and recognize our students of color, it is exciting for me to be able to say that last year's class had 218 women of color. This entering class comes in with 272 women of color. We are just unbelievably thrilled that we will have in the entering class 56 African American students as compared to last year with 38. And some of you, I'm sure, are reflecting back on your year. When I was a student, when I was a student, we used to refer to ourselves as the coalition of 100 black women because we hoped that there were 25 in each class. So 56 is just mind-blowing. We're going to have 140 Asian and Pacific Islanders. We will have 68 Latinas in our class. Yeah, things are a little different at Barnard these days. And our multiracial number that we did see a slight decrease there from 6 last year to 3. But, you know, we're going to encourage more to come, and we are just going to celebrate the fact that our class continues to reflect the diversity of not only our campus, but our world. And so it is an amazing time to be at Barnard. And I look forward, and I'm sure you will join me in welcoming our new Barnard sisters in the fall. I have a special way and a request from you, because one of the things that we have talked about over the years at Barnard is how to develop a strong sense of community. And so we are developing a new program that you will hear referred to as Barnard Circles.
I'm asking you to pay it forward. You know, it's time to pay it forward. You should give every year to the Barnard Fund, and particularly the people in this room should give every year to the Zora Neale Hurston Fund. So tonight with us, for the first time for us, is our Zora Neale Hurston scholar, Gabriella Sarpi. Gabriella is the class of 2011. She just graduated 3 weeks ago. We're really excited about that. Come on. She and women like her are the reason that I expect you to take out your checkbook, you know, write a check. It should say to Barnard College, the Zora Neale Hurston Fund, in the memo line. There'll be a little envelope that you can put it in, and this is why we do it. Gabriella.
Hello, I just want to thank Frances for having me, and she's been such a wonderful person to know over the last couple of years. Every year they have the little scholarship dinner, and I get to sit and talk with Frances, and she tells me about what Barnard used to be like back in the day, back in the 70s. And it's always really great for me because I think about how Barnard has changed over the years and how so much opportunity has been created for women of color. And I just want to let everybody who's donated to the scholarship fund know that it means a lot to me that there are women out there like you who are looking out for the next generation of students of color and who are supporting us. A lot of students who maybe otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to be here. So I greatly encourage you all to donate, and I hope you all will. And I just wanted to say that I'm also so glad to be here tonight, having just graduated 3 weeks ago, and being at my first alumni dinner, even though I've only been an alum for 3 weeks now. And that I hope I will see some faces back here at some other year, 5 years from now, when I can come back. And just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's made this scholarship fund happen.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue.